Portland, Oregon, was a city that thrived under the misty veil of its weather, a place where the blend of nature and urban life created a unique backdrop for the lives of its residents. In a modest, well-kept home on the outskirts of the city, 55-year-old Mark Davis and his 25-year-old daughter, Emma, lived a life defined by love and perseverance. Emma had been paraplegic since she was 12 years old, the result of a tragic car accident that had claimed the life of her mother, Laura. Laura had left behind not only her memory but also a substantial financial cushion, an inheritance and life insurance policy totaling $500,000. This inheritance had allowed Mark to devote himself to Emma's care, ensuring that they could maintain a semblance of normalcy despite their circumstances. Mark's days were filled with routines that revolved around Emma's needs. He prepared her meals, assisted her with daily activities, and managed their modest home with a careful eye on the budget. The funds from Laura's inheritance had covered Emma's medical expenses, including advanced physiotherapy, specialized equipment, and home modifications that made their life a bit easier. Mark had managed the finances prudently, ensuring that the funds would last as long as needed. Emma, despite the physical limitations imposed by her condition, remained upbeat and found joy in the small pleasures of life. She was an avid reader and enjoyed painting, hobbies that allowed her to escape the constraints of her wheelchair. Her father's unwavering support and their shared activities provided her with a sense of normalcy and hope. But recently, something had shifted in Mark's perception. He had noticed subtle, almost imperceptible movements in Emma's legs, slight twitches that were both promising and perplexing. These small signs made Mark wonder if there might be a change in Emma's condition, a possibility that had been a distant hope for many years. Concerned and driven by a mixture of hope and doubt, Mark decided to install hidden cameras in their home. He wanted to confirm whether the movements he had seen were real or just figments of his imagination. The cameras were discreetly placed around the house, ensuring that their daily lives remained private while giving Mark the clarity he needed. A few days later, Mark reviewed the footage from the cameras. What he saw left him stunned and hopeful. Emma, when she thought no one was watching, was attempting to move her legs and even trying to stand. It was clear that she was putting in considerable effort, trying to regain some semblance of the mobility she had lost. Mark's heart raced as he saw her determination. It was both inspiring and overwhelming. Unable to contain his emotions, Mark confronted Emma the next morning. They sat together in their cozy living room, the sun casting a warm glow through the curtains. Mark's voice was a mix of concern and excitement as he spoke. "Emma, I need to talk to you about something," he began, his hands trembling slightly. "I've seen what you've been doing with your legs. It looks like you're making progress." Emma looked at him, her eyes wide with a mix of surprise and apprehension. "Dad, I didn't mean to hide it from you. I just didn't want to get your hopes up if nothing was really happening." Mark took a deep breath, trying to steady his emotions. "Emma, I've always hoped for a miracle, but seeing you try so hard, it's more than just hope now. It looks like you're actually making progress." Emma's face softened, a smile slowly spreading across her lips. "I've been working with Dr. Michael, my physiotherapist. He's been pushing me to do more, and I think it's starting to help." Dr. Michael was a skilled and compassionate physiotherapist in his 40s, known for his dedication to his patients. Mark had heard Emma speak about him with admiration, but he had never met the man who was becoming a significant part of their lives. Seeing Emma's progress inspired Mark to take decisive action. "I think we should consider increasing your therapy sessions," Mark said, his voice filled with resolve. "I want to use some of the inheritance money to get you the best care possible." Emma's eyes widened in surprise and gratitude. "Are you sure, Dad? I don't want to be a burden." "You're not a burden," Mark reassured her, his voice steady. "You're my daughter, and I want to see you reach your fullest potential. If Dr. Michael can help you make real progress, then it's worth every penny." Over the next few weeks, Mark arranged for additional funds, $50,000 from the remaining inheritance, to be allocated toward more intensive physiotherapy and specialized care. Emma's sessions with Dr. Michael became more frequent and focused, each session bringing new challenges and small victories. Mark's decision to invest in Emma's recovery was driven by a profound sense of hope. He watched as his daughter, buoyed by Dr. Michael's expertise and his own unwavering support, began to make strides that once seemed impossible. As Emma's condition improved, so did the bond between her and her physiotherapist, a connection that was starting to evolve beyond the professional realm. Mark, while pleased with the progress, couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to uncover, both about Emma's recovery and the evolving relationship between her and Dr. Michael. As he continued to support his daughter's journey, he found himself caught between the excitement of potential progress and the uncertainty of what lay ahead. The days in Portland grew warmer as summer approached, and the change in seasons seemed to mirror the transformations happening within Mark and Emma's lives. With the additional funds allocated for Emma's physiotherapy, her sessions with Dr. Michael became more intensive, and progress was becoming evident. Dr. Michael Harris, in his 40s, had a reputation for his dedication and innovative methods. His calm demeanor and skilled approach had a profound impact on Emma. Each session brought new challenges, and Emma's perseverance started to yield tangible results. She was slowly regaining some mobility, and her efforts were paying off. Despite the promising progress, Emma and Dr. Michael maintained a professional distance. They focused on the goal of her recovery, though their growing connection was becoming more apparent. Emma had developed a deep admiration for Dr. Michael, and it wasn't long before he, too, began to see Emma in a new light. Their professional relationship was evolving into something more personal, but they were cautious not to let their feelings interfere with Emma's treatment. One evening, after a particularly grueling session, Emma and Dr. Michael sat in the clinic's waiting area, discussing her progress. Emma's face was flushed with exertion, but there was a spark of excitement in her eyes. "Dr. Harris, I can't believe how much progress I've made in just a few weeks," Emma said, her voice filled with genuine amazement. Michael smiled warmly. "You've worked incredibly hard, Emma. Your determination is what's driving this progress. But we have more work to do, and I'm here to support you every step of the way." Emma's eyes met his, and for a moment, the world seemed to shrink to just the two of them. "I've been thinking a lot lately," she said, hesitating before continuing, "about what comes next, about life after therapy." Michael's expression softened, sensing the weight of her words. "And what have you been thinking?" Emma took a deep breath. "I've been thinking about how much you've helped me, not just physically but emotionally as well. I know we've been keeping things professional, but I feel a connection between us." Michael looked at her, a mix of surprise and emotion in his eyes. "Emma, I've been feeling the same way, but I've been so focused on your recovery that I didn't want to complicate things." Emma's heart raced. "I understand, but I wanted to be honest with you. I care about you, and I'd like to explore what this connection might mean." Before Michael could respond, Mark entered the clinic, his face reflecting the concern of a father deeply invested in his daughter's well-being. He had come to check on Emma's progress and to discuss the next phase of her treatment with Dr. Michael. "Hey, Emma, how's the session going?" Mark asked, trying to sound casual. Emma smiled at her father. "It's going really well, Dad. Dr. Harris and I were just talking about how far I've come." Mark greeted Michael with a firm handshake, his expression one of respect and gratitude. "Thank you for everything you're doing for Emma." Michael nodded, appreciative of Mark's trust. "It's my pleasure. Emma's dedication is what's truly making a difference." As they wrapped up their conversation, Emma and Michael exchanged a brief, meaningful glance. The unspoken feelings between them lingered in the air, creating an undercurrent of tension and anticipation. A few days later, Mark sat with Emma in their living room, discussing the progress and next steps. The subject of Dr. Michael came up naturally in their conversation. "Dad, Dr. Harris and I have been working really well together," Emma began cautiously. "He's not just a therapist to me anymore. There's something more, something real." Mark looked at his daughter, his eyes filled with concern and curiosity. "What do you mean by something more?" Emma took a deep breath. "I care about him, Dad. I think he feels the same way. We haven't talked about it much, but I wanted you to know." Mark's expression shifted as he absorbed her words. "I see." Emma, I want you to be happy. If Dr. Harris makes you happy and you believe he's good for you, then I support you. Emma's eyes welled up with gratitude. Thank you, Dad. That means so much to me. With Mark's blessing, Emma and Dr. Michael's relationship began to evolve. They started spending more time together outside of the clinic, sharing moments that went beyond therapy. Their connection deepened, and it became clear that their feelings for each other were genuine. Mark, observing the changes, was cautiously optimistic. He saw the positive effect Dr. Michael had on Emma's spirit and recovery. Yet, he couldn't completely shake the feeling of uncertainty about what the future held. The stage was set for new developments as Emma's progress continued and her relationship with Dr. Michael grew more significant. Mark was hopeful but wary, eager to see where this journey would lead, while navigating the complexities of his daughter's evolving life and newfound love. As summer turned to autumn in Portland, the leaves mirrored the changes in Emma's life. Her progress was undeniable. Under the diligent care of Dr. Michael Harris, she was now able to stand with minimal support, and her determination was driving her toward her goal of walking again. Mark watched with a mixture of pride and anxiety as his daughter's strength and resolve continued to grow. The financial strain had eased somewhat, thanks to the prudent use of Laura's inheritance. The remaining funds allowed them to invest in the specialized equipment Emma needed for her therapy and made it possible for Mark to focus solely on Emma's well-being without the constant worry of financial strain. Emma and Dr. Michael's relationship had blossomed into a deep, heartfelt connection. They often spent time together outside the clinic, enjoying simple pleasures like walks in the park and quiet dinners. Their shared moments of laughter and understanding forged a strong bond that went beyond their professional interactions. One crisp afternoon, as the golden leaves fell gently to the ground, Emma and Dr. Michael sat on a park bench, their hands casually brushing against each other. The atmosphere was serene, and the warmth of their closeness contrasted with the cool breeze. Emma, I've been thinking, Michael began, his voice filled with both excitement and apprehension. You've made such incredible progress, and it's clear that you're determined to keep moving forward. I've seen you grow stronger every day. Emma turned to him, her eyes reflecting both affection and anticipation. And I've seen how much you've helped me, not just as a therapist, but as a person. I feel like I can't imagine my life without you in it. Michael took a deep breath, his heart racing. I've been feeling the same way. I've been wanting to take this step with you, but I wasn't sure if now was the right time. Emma's gaze was steady and encouraging. I'm ready, Michael. I want us to be together, not just as therapist and patient, but as partners. Michael smiled, his expression one of relief and joy. I've wanted that too. I care about you deeply, Emma, and I want to be with you. As their relationship deepened, Mark was supportive but kept a watchful eye on the changes in Emma's life. He noticed the joy and newfound energy in her, and he appreciated Michael's positive influence on her recovery. However, he remained cautious, knowing that the path to healing was unpredictable, and that their newfound happiness needed to be balanced with practical considerations. The turning point came when Emma, with Michael's encouragement, took her first steps unaided in the clinic. It was a moment of triumph and celebration, marking a significant milestone in her recovery. Emma's eyes sparkled with tears of joy as she walked a few steps with Michael's support, and the room erupted in applause. That was amazing, Emma, Michael exclaimed, his voice filled with pride. You did it. Mark, witnessing the breakthrough, couldn't contain his emotions. Emma, I'm so proud of you. This is incredible. The success inspired Emma and Michael to take their relationship to the next level. Michael proposed to Emma, and she joyfully accepted. The engagement was a celebration of their love and a testament to the power of perseverance and support. As their wedding plans took shape, Mark decided to allocate an additional $100,000 from Laura's inheritance to help the couple start their new life together. He wanted them to have a stable financial foundation and to honor the love and commitment they had shown each other. Emma and Michael's wedding was a beautiful and heartfelt occasion, filled with joy and promise. Surrounded by friends and family, they exchanged vows that symbolized their journey together and their commitment to supporting each other through life's challenges. In the months that followed, the couple's life together was a blend of love, progress and adaptation. Emma continued to make strides in her recovery, and the support from Michael and Mark provided a solid foundation for their growing family. The remaining funds from Laura's inheritance were carefully managed, ensuring that Emma and Michael had the financial stability they needed to build their future together. Mark, now living with Emma and Michael, found solace in seeing his daughter's happiness and the loving home they had created. The sense of accomplishment and hope in their lives was a testament to the enduring power of love and resilience. As they prepared for the future, the family looked forward to the new chapter that awaited them, filled with promise and the legacy of love that had guided them through their journey. The winter months in Portland brought a fresh layer of snow and a new chapter for Emma, Michael, and Mark. The family's life was now a testament to love, resilience, and the transformative power of support. As they settled into their routines, the joy of their union was evident in the warmth of their home. One crisp December morning, Emma and Michael received exciting news. Emma was pregnant. The announcement filled their home with joy and anticipation. Emma's eyes shone with happiness as she shared the news with Mark. "I can't believe it, Dad," Emma said, her voice trembling with excitement. "We're going to have a baby." Mark's eyes glistened with tears of joy as he hugged Emma tightly. "This is wonderful news, Emma. Your mom would have been so thrilled. I'm so happy for both of you." As the months passed, Emma's pregnancy was monitored closely, and her recovery continued steadily. The financial stability provided by the remaining inheritance allowed them to prepare for the baby with confidence. Mark and Emma worked together to ensure that their home was ready for the new arrival, making any necessary adjustments to accommodate the needs of their growing family. In the spring, the family welcomed a beautiful baby girl whom they named Lily, in honor of Dr. Harris, who had played a pivotal role in Emma's recovery. Lily's arrival was a moment of profound joy, a symbol of hope and renewal for the entire family. The day Lily was born was filled with warmth and celebration. Mark looked on with pride as Emma held her daughter for the first time, her face illuminated by the pure love she felt. Michael, standing beside Emma, held their daughter with a tenderness that spoke of his deep affection for his new family. As the years passed, Emma and Michael's love continued to flourish, and they raised Lily with the same strength and values that had guided them through their journey. Mark, now older and living with them, found immense satisfaction in watching his daughter and granddaughter thrive. The $150,000 remaining from Laura's inheritance was set aside for Lily's education, ensuring that she would have the opportunities her grandmother had hoped for her. Emma's journey from a life constrained by a wheelchair to one filled with joy and hope was a testament to the enduring power of love and perseverance. The support from her father, Michael, and the financial security provided by Laura's inheritance created a stable foundation for their family's future. Mark, reflecting on their journey, felt a deep sense of accomplishment. The legacy of love, resilience, and financial prudence that he had nurtured in his family was a source of pride. As he watched Emma, Michael, and Lily build their lives together, he knew that the challenges they had faced only made their bond stronger. The story concluded with a sense of fulfillment and hope. Emma and Michael's life together was a testament to the transformative impact of support and determination on healing and personal growth. The family's journey, marked by love and resilience, was a powerful reminder of the enduring strength of the human spirit and the profound impact of unwavering support and commitment.